Hey guys, this is the other version of the keep now. This is the Infested version. It's got all the same elements as the last keep in terms of multi-level token support, but this is a very different look and ambiance. We've got bats flying around. We've got a Michael Gelfi ambiance playing in the background. It's the Haunted Mansion. It sets the really the right mood here. It's clear everything's been destroyed. We've got rubble, we've got rooms with blood, we've got rooms with spider webs and other types of things. We've also got some surprises along the way. Our torture room is now a little bloodier than it used to be. And I really tried to just cast subtle light and moonlight everywhere. We've got skeletons now in the beds where there used to be just empty beds for the regular keep. And we still have the secret stuff here as well. You can still do all the things that you saw before as far as swapping in and out rooms and things like that. But we've got some more surprises here coming up pretty shortly. If you missed the keep, teleportation works by clicking on the journal entries using multi-level token. Everything's been moved around. And the goal here is not only a dungeon that your players can crawl, but maybe they take this over and maybe they turn it into their base. Here you can hear some of the ambient dripping sounds. It's now just a mess down here, some skeletons lying around. And we still have the crypt that you saw before. And that crypt can be changed out for other things as well. I won't do it in this video because we've got some other stuff to get to. But that's essentially the look and the feel of what we're going for. Now, if I go to the second level, I do have a couple of little surprise rooms. This one, for example, we're on the second floor. A lot more damaged rooms. Here's an interesting one. Somebody's living in this room. This one's not nearly as damaged. Actually, it's kind of clean. Just creates sort of questions and intrigue. Who could be living here? Still have the secret passages everywhere. This map has a lot more space for battles and encounters. But this is where things really switch. When you, again, I'm using multi-level token here, so that all works just like in the last one. But if you go up the stairs, we arrive at the ballroom. And in this case, the ballroom is giant horde, treasure hoard. Perfect for a dragon or some other encounter. But that's not the only thing that this ballroom can be. You'll see I've got a couple of alternatives here. And we'll just kind of load a few of these up. Here's the ballroom with nothing else. It's just damaged. You could put any kind of fight in this room. Plenty of space to move around. Now let's look at another one. Here's a camp. So maybe it's good guys, maybe it's not so good guys. But here your party can stumble across what essentially is a makeshift camp inside of the keep. It's got really cool effects. You can create combat around here, around those boxes. When you're importing these, by the way, here's a mage ritual of some kind going on. As you get closer to those circles, you can hear that eerie kind of magic effect. You want to just import one alternative room at a time. The teleporters will just randomly send you to one of the 5 that come with the map compendium. So just have one installed at a time and you'll teleport to the right one in the right way. And probably my favorite one, big pile of bones, the ghostly one. This one really takes advantage of Foundry's new lighting. You can see the fireplaces have gone just completely ghostly. I think the effect is really cool. And this would just be a great encounter room with something nefarious. And we'll kind of speed up through the rest of this. You can just see that there's more to be found. We go with the theme of wanton destruction. And if you saw the main keep, a lot of this will look familiar. It'll be a lot of the rooms that you're used to seeing, but in a distressed state. You know, the library's been torn apart, books everywhere. You'll notice all the finishes are darker. I use a technique with the Dungeon Draft files to set the motif to a darker motif. Here you can see another surprise room. Somebody's clearly living here, been in here. There's weather and other things that you can add that's running, and use the FX Master module. And it's a lot of things that you saw in the main keep. The garden is overgrown and rotted. And a lot of other kind of interesting rooms. Here's a room that I really like. There's a bunch of glowing candles. Who knows what this room is being used for, but it's an interesting surprise. You can always lock the door and make it inaccessible, but I think that's a really cool room to lead your players into. So that's it. Hopefully you guys have a lot of fun with this map. I think this is the kind of map that I just, you know, when my players go through it, they're just shocked and horrified, and they love every second of it, and hope you guys have a lot of fun with it as well. If you have any questions, or if you ever have any ideas for me for future maps, by all means, let me know, or any alterations to the maps that I've done. I take requests from my patrons all the time. This map is $3, and you get this and the regular keep and a bunch of other stuff for that. So hopefully you guys stop by and help support the project. Really appreciate everyone's great feedback. And yeah, have fun with it, and see you soon.